I don't get it.
That's when Rich and I were stuck in the elevator.
I thought you said you had an idea for the new ad campaign.
This is where it came from. This negligee I'm wearing was the hottest selling item that we've ever had. And you want to know why? Because this picture was everywhere. And that's what Brooke's bedroom is all about. Fun, naughty, scandalous.
And that's what we're calling the new line. Scandal.
We'll take a series of photos, just like this one, staged as if they were stolen moments of passion.
Brooke and Ridge have been tabloid fodder for years. Why not wink at it?
Wait. Ridge? You are not actually thinking of using Ridge. Brooke, Ridge would never pose for something like this.
Well, he doesn't have to. Show her, Eddie.
How did you do this?
Giovanni and I shot the pictures with a model.
And then I scanned in Ridge's face.
Oh my gosh, I can't even tell.
Well, you can do almost anything with a computer these days.
Okay, Stephanie is gonna have a cow. Not to mention Taylor.
If they can't stand the heat. Eddie, that's our new slogan. If you can't stand the heat, then stay out of my bedroom.
It's perfect.
You are asking for trouble here. You know that. You know that.
Excuse me. Mom?
Hi, honey.
Hi. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to talk to you.
It sounds important.
It is.
Okay. Thank you. We'll finish this up later.
Yeah.
Okay. See you soon. Okay. So, what did Deacon do this time?
Deacon's not the problem. Mom, I just talked to Taylor. Tell me it isn't true.
What did she say?
Please tell me you're not going after Ridge.
No new messages. Tony, God, you could at least call and let me know that you're doing all right. He's not all right.
Okay, I'm just about done. Where do you want to go to lunch? Oh, I'm sorry. You're on the phone.
No, I was just checking messages.
Yeah? Did Clarke call?
Clarke?
Yeah, Rick told me his car was up at the house.
Dad, I know how you feel about Clarke.
No. I'm glad he came by.
You are?
I assume he wanted to ask you out.
Yeah, in his own grandiose way. I guess that's what he was doing.
Oh, I think that's good. You could use a night out on the town.
What, all of a sudden my ex doesn't seem so bad, given the alternative?
You have plenty of alternatives, Kristen. And you and I both know you can do better than Clarke Garrison.
I did do better than Clarke, Dad. But that's over now. Please call me, Tony. I need to hear your voice.
Tony, you're back. How are you?
Fine.
Good. It's good to see you back.
Yeah, you may not feel that way when you see my work.
Let's take a look. It's not bad.
It's crap and you know it. Come on.
You've got other things on your mind. By the way, she's doing okay.
What?
Kristen.
You talked to her?
Yes, I did. This morning.
She's, doing good?
Well, I wouldn't say that. She's depressed. She cares about you a lot, but she's got a lot of support.
Yeah. She's got her family, you know.
She's got me, too.
You?
Tony, I I think I should tell you before you hear it from somebody else. I asked Kristen to marry me.
You asked Kristen to marry you?
Yes, I did.
Why would you do that?
Why does anybody propose? Because I'm in love with her.
Clarke, you two have barely even talked since she's been back in town.
I was holding back. You two had something going, and she seemed happy.
Oh, so now that that's over, just...
No reason not to speak up and to state my case.
So what did she say?
Well, she didn't give me an answer yet, but I expected that.
That didn't discourage you?
No. No, not at all. You know, she was madly in love with me at one time.
Yeah, she mentioned something like that.
Did she?
She said she must have been insane.
Tony, I don't blame you for being bitter.
Oh, you don't?
No, you got a raw deal. But the situation is what the situation is.
So might as well take advantage of it, huh, Clarke?
Is that what you think I'm doing?
I don't know, Clarke. You tell me.
No, Tony. I'm not taking advantage of anything. I'm not going to hurt her. I care about her, and I want her to be happy. And that's what you want. And since you're not going to be the one...
Might as well just step aside.
I thought you already had.
No, you know what? You're right, Clarke. I have.
Tony, I hope you're not thinking about reaching out to her.
No. I'm not.
Because that's the worst thing that you could do. She's having trouble getting over you. So just let her go.
I'm wishing that I had sent you on that cruise with your mother.
Yeah, bingo and shuffleboard. That's exactly what I need right now.
It wouldn't hurt you to be able to get away from all this for a while.
I am away from it, Dad. Tony's made sure of that. He's not even returning my calls.
You've been calling him?
Dad, I was ready to marry the man. I don't just shut off those feelings.
Honey, the longer you let this go in, the harder it's going to be.
I don't think it could get any harder. I think about him every minute, even in my sleep.
Look, if you like, I'll go by and I'll check up on him, okay? He asked me not to, but...
He did?
Yes, he felt that a clean break would be best. I mean, I'm sure that's why he's not answering your phone calls.
And I'm sure that makes you glad.
I'm relieved. Oh, honey. You know, it's not going to be just checking up on him, you know. I know you, Kristen. A phone call is not going to be enough. It's going to lead to a face-to-face meeting, and that's going to be far too much temptation for the two of you.
Tony and I are both mature adults.
Two mature adults who are very much in love and who are very attracted to each other. Now, if you add to that his vulnerability right now and how lonely he must be feeling.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel even worse. How can I do this? How can I abandon him in the worst crisis of his life? You would never do this to Mother. But when she was in a wheelchair, you didn't say, you know what, this isn't what I bargained
Oh, Kristen,
for.
stop it now. That's not the same thing at all. Your mother and I have been together for many, many years. We raised a family.
Oh, and Tony and I can never have that. I realize that.
You realize that, I know. But you haven't accepted it, have you? I'm sorry, honey. I hate that you're having to go through this. I really do. And if there was anything I could do to make it better, I would. But I can't. Now, if you're going to have the kind of life that you want to have, you're just going to have to accept it. I'm not going to accept any less for you. Neither will Tony. He loves you too much.
Did Taylor say that to you?
She said that you told her to her face that you were going to break up her family. Is this true?
Yes.
You were just angry, right, Mom? I mean, you didn't mean it.
I meant every word.
How can you say it like that?
Like what?
Like, you're not even sorry.
Honey, I am sorry. Of course I'm sorry. I don't want Rich's children getting hurt, or even Taylor.
Well, they won't be. Because he'll never leave them. Do you get that, Mom? He will never leave them.
We'll see.
My God. This just blows my mind. After all these years, and you're making the same mistakes all over again?
I don't think I'm making a mistake.
You never do. Until it's too late.
Honey, I can understand why you feel this way.
Ridge is married, Mom. Happily married, with 3 kids he totally adores.
And you thought I was happily married with Thorne?
Well, weren't you?
I was content. And he really was the greatest husband I could ever ask for. And if it weren't for Taylor and Stephanie, we would probably still be married.
Taylor and Stephanie? What do they have to do with this?
Oh, I guess Taylor forgot to tell you that part. When I was up in Big Bear trying to deal with everything that happened, Stephanie and Taylor came up to see me. They told me how wrong I was to marry Thorne when I still had feelings for his brother.
Well, Mom, I mean, you can kind of see their point.
Oh, yes, I do see their point. Ridge is the only man I will ever truly love. But you know what they wanted me to do? To pack up and leave town and sacrifice everything that I care about just to protect their little family unity.
Okay, so you're upset. But that doesn't
You know
mean...
what? I'm upset with myself for playing by their stupid rules.
Oh, Mom, it's not just their rules. A lot of people think it's a pretty bad idea to go chasing after married men.
I'm not chasing after him. All I did was tell Ridge how I feel. I was honest with him. And I was honest with myself. Now, what's wrong with that?
Tony, I didn't say any of those things to be cruel.
Yeah, I know, Clarke. It's the truth. You can offer Kristen what I can't.
And you don't want to stand in the way of her happiness.
No.
So, we understand each other?
Yeah.
Good. Here. I gotta get this down to the sewing room. I'm glad we had this talk.
Kristen won't be with Clarke. But she will be with someone. How in the hell do I live with that?
When I first met Tony, and we started going out, I couldn't believe how good it felt. And now that we're apart, I can't believe how much it hurts.
Of course it hurts, honey. Of course it does. You and Tony were still in the fantasy stage of the relationship, and everything was going to be perfect. That's what makes it so hard to let go.
I don't want to let go, Dad. I don't know how I'm going to live without him.
You're going to lean on your family, okay? You're going to let us help you. Okay. You're going to get through this, honey. I promise you. I promise you.
I know you don't understand, but you will someday. when you meet the man that you're supposed to be with, because I'll never believe it's Deacon.
Mom, if the right man has 3 kids and a loving wife, then maybe he's not the right man. I shouldn't even have to be telling you this. When I think about what you're talking about doing to those kids, that's the same thing that happened to Rick and me.
Oh, honey.
Do you understand? Do you care?
Yes.
Then why are you doing this, Mom? They're just children. They need their family.
And they will have their family, their entire family. They're watching out for them all the time.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. Divorce is difficult on a child.
It's terrifying.
So now you're saying that your father and I should have stayed together, even if the feelings weren't there?
No, but Ridge and Taylor are not you and Dad.
What if that attraction and that affection is there, but the chemistry and the passion is not, and that's what they need?
You were just fooling yourself.
And what if Ridge and Taylor are fooling themselves? I mean, I see the way Ridge looks at me. It's intense. He doesn't feel that way for Taylor, and he never will.
I'm so scared for you, Mom.
Oh, honey, don't worry about me. I mean, Ridge and I haven't had the best of luck, but we're older and we're wiser. And we're certainly not going to let this opportunity pass us by.
And then what? You think it's gonna be happily ever after? This entire family is gonna come down on you, Mom. Worse than with Thorne. I mean, Dad, Taylor, her kids. And what about Stephanie?
I'm not worried about Stephanie.
Well, you should be. Because right now she's on her way back from her trip. And when she finds out about what's been going on, heads are gonna roll. One head. Yours.
Look, Clarke, if you want to get into it again, I'm really not in the mood.
It's not Clarke. Hi.
You shouldn't be here.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not, Kristen? We've already been through this.
I know. But I need to know why you're really doing this.
You know why.
For me? Because you're trying to protect me? Well, guess what? It's not working. I hate this. I hate being away from you. I know you're sick and that we can't have the life that we wanted, but God, anything is better than this. Anything is better than wondering how you are every second. I can't take it, Tony. I can't. But if you're doing this for you, if this is what you need, and if you still feel that having me around is going to make it harder on you, then I'll go. I'll walk right out that door, and I'll find a way to get through this. But you have to look me in the eyes and tell me what you want. Please tell me you want me.
I do.
Oh, Tony, I love you. I love you so much. Oh.
God, please forgive me.
Shh, no, this is right. This is right. This is where I want to be.